It's EP in the City
and Aunt B, and welcome to
The Wind Down, where we give you a healthy dose of sophisticated ignorance.
Look, we don't claim to be perfect, and we are definitely not politically correct.
But if you're not too sensitive,
well, just bring your sense of humor
and wind down with us. Yo, it's your girl EP.
And it's Aunt B.
And welcome to The Wind Down.
It's The Wind Down.
Yo, Port City and listeners across the globe.
All across the globe.
We want to welcome to The Wind Down the illustrious Elijah, Mr. Lux.
What's going on, Gulf
McCreary.
Coast?
Yay.
Elijah McCreary.
Not just Gulf Coast. We just told you we global.
We are global.
We got listeners
what
in
up,
Australia.
China? What up? See, that's a play on words. What up, Australia? What up, Nigeria?
Tokyo. Speak to our people in Tokyo.
I'm chewing on gum, so that's my way of doing it.
Yo, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you with us here. For everyone that doesn't know, and I'm sure most of you all do, the UNU brand has dominated Mobile's fashion scene for what, 2-3 years now?
We're working on the third year now.
Third year.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to see such great talent that is seemingly untrained, right?
Pretty much.
For the people who don't know, like, just give us a quick introduction to what UNU is.
UNU Lux. The word UNU looks funny. As a matter of fact, we designed it that way on purpose so we can create a conversation. Mm-hmm. So to anything is the opposite, the reverse. So if I say UNU, that means I'm not you. You know what I mean? So we created a brand that represented individuality, pretty much, to give people their own identity. So we are the first brand that represents the undefined. Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the brand of Mobile. Everywhere that you go, it seems everybody has on your shirts.
Yeah.
Your hoodies.
Yeah.
Nah, your hats.
I ain't gonna say I be counting your money.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I mean,
since I pay full price for my sweatshirts,
hold up. Wait
and
a minute.
I know
They
it's a couple of thousand
wait a
running
minute.
around
Wait a
here.
minute. I think we do handsomely well. I mean, for some handsome gentlemen.
Because I'm like, hey, they not just shirts. They are car payments.
Hold up, wait a minute.
You gonna pay for them little shirts now.
Wait a minute. They like little
These are the Bentley of tees.
They're monthly
And
installments.
sweatshirts.
Is what I call them.
This is not your renter center type wardrobe apparel.
Right.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, I guess that was the master plan. I mean, to kind of set ourselves apart. You know what I mean? The money thing was, and this is something we strategized earlier in the infant stages of building the brand, but we didn't want every single person walking around here with the unused shirt. So in order to eliminate that, we kind of put it in its own caliber of its own culture of people. And a lot of people that, come to you and say, hey, can I get the hookup on this? We're not looking for them. We're looking for people who want to support a brand and give the brand that definition.
Right.
Right. So that's why I couldn't allow you to get the hookup on the first go round, because I wanted you to have that experience.
No. I didn't want the hookup. I'm just saying I know the real cost. Some
Right.
things around here I don't know the cost of. So people ask me, how much does that cost? Or how
But
much?
when I say the cost, do you be like,
No, not at all, because, I support.
Right.
And, I would always want to be the type of supporter that is understood. I respect your craft. I respect what you present.
Right.
And likewise, since I know you honor me and you would do the same for me, It's like,
Absolutely.
it's none of that. Can I get one rib?
can I get one rib?
And I know you selling the slab. You know what I'm saying? It's
So
not that
look,
set
you
up.
are doing clothing designs, graphic,
designs,
art,
videography.
you're artist.
I'm an artist
musician.
as well. Musician. That's perfect,
Yeah.
because it doesn't box me in.
Right.
You know what I mean, pretty
might
much.
be a-
Yeah. I
You're like
did
a
little-
a jack of all trades.
yeah,
A Renaissance man.
Yeah. I kind of like, I could tap dance too. Like, people don't know how I get down.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Gregory Hines face.
You know what I'm saying? Where did you get your start? Like, how is it that you are who you are?
That's the craziest question, but people don't know this, but I'm from Crichton. I'm from the home of the leprechaun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want the gold. I mean, I guess my biggest thing was I was always the quiet guy who kind of just paid attention to what was going on. You know what I mean? So when I'm in the club, I'm thinking of concepts. When I'm in the club, I'm thinking of why are you in the club? Or I'm in the club and I ain't counting money, but I'm thinking like, how does this work? So imagine a person who's always placed in a position of observation. Right. You know what I mean? So I think that was how I was able to not outsmart, but outdo most clothing brands locally. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah. I can see that.
But are you really the good guy?
To be honest, between me and y'all.
And our international listeners.
Well, I think it takes a certain level of gangster to kind of maneuver through what I maneuver through with the business of not just clothing apparel, but every other obstacle. You know what I mean? I think it takes a certain level of monster to be able to pull that off.
Now, is it a beast monster or is it like the gentle giant?
I think it's really beast. I'm more so like...
You must be like a quiet beast because you're real humble, though.
I'm like the Hulk. You know, when I get pissed, I turn green and I want to smash something. But
right.
It's internal. You know what I mean? I just had an incident recently where... It's funny because on my Facebook page, I used the word ostracize and just kind of being outcasted from this certain event that I wanted to be a part of. And I had a friend of mine tell me, they was like, listen, you bigger than that. And for somebody to look at me and I'm in my little downstage like, man, you know what, they ain't put me in the such and such. And they say you bigger than that. That means they see my giant.
Right.
They see it, you know what I mean? So all I had to do was just kind of like.
Someone ostracized you? Hold up. Let's not skate over that T.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're getting ostracized in a city where you're doing so remarkably well, and people are checking for you. Then you just get back from New Orleans or something?
Yes, you did that Coastal
Fashion Week, and we did like an entire tour. We did New Orleans.
It was so official.
Mobile and Pensacola. Yeah.
Wow.
It looked like, when I saw the pictures, it looked like New York Fashion Week. Yeah. And I saw you on the brief video, and you like emerged from the models on the runway, and I was like, Strange, baby.
So wait a minute, you came from that setup to where you're P. Diddying fashion weeks across the Gulf Coast to being ostracized in your own hometown for a particular event.
Let's put ostracized on the shelf right now. We'll come right back to it. Okay. But let's say this. I'm a guy who wanted to do 2 shirts, Mob Ill and the Distinguished Royalty, which is the one with the red bow tie, right? So I was like, man, I'd be like just the guy who sell these 2 T-shirts that everybody want. And then what happened was when I did the Mob Ill, I knew Mob Ill was going to work because Mobile doesn't have any identity when it comes down to fashion. So I was like, I'm going to give people something they can take with them when they're going to New York and the New Jerseys and stuff. Be like, man, this is the city I'm from, da-da-da-da-da, right? So we knew it was going to do well, but we didn't have that many colors. We only had black and white. So what I did was I looked at every single different person, every single different design, and I started dressing those people according to how I think people should look in my shirt. And didn't even know that I was kind of like turning into this like fashion guru kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Self-talk.
Yeah. I mean, it really just, it was like an innate type of thing. You know what I mean? I call it a God-given talent because I don't know that I'm in the club paying attention to girls' shoes as well as they clutch that match and how the dress fit on them. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just paying attention. You get what I'm saying?
You're an artist. Yeah.
Well, I'm an observer. I mean, I think I'm great at
an observer, not a perv, not a homosexual.
Nah.
He's an observer.
Because
I know y'all gonna listen to be like, dang, he be looking at bitches' shoes and clutches and stuff. But is that because you have a beautiful wife too? I think that you've grown up with.
I think that has a lot to do with it. Well, I can't say her name on the radio. Dang, I just gave you a shout out, China.
All
right, look, shout out to China.
What's going on, China?
Yeah, so China has this. China doesn't have pores, so her face is like literally like porcelain.
Flawless.
Yeah. So when she put makeup on, it just kind of just lay on the. So it's crazy because I have to tell her not to put on so much because she's already that. You know what I mean? Like girls kind of like put on makeup to enhance, but she's already enhanced.
Right.
I give her that look sometimes.
So speaking of
whatever.
your wife. You just recently celebrated an anniversary.
Golly, wait a minute.
Oh, we means this.
I thought we were talking about, I was going to pull ostracize off the show.
We're going to pull ostracize after we talk about the wife.
Okay.
Because that's very important to us. We
Yes,
celebrate marriages
Okay.
and long-term relationships. So how long have y'all been together?
We did 12 years together.
Don't say it like it's a big.
No. I'm saying it like, sometimes when I say that number, I have to think about what all it took to go through 12 years. And I ain't saying it was bad, but I'm saying when you meet somebody at 23, 22, and you do that grow up, you go through the whole grow up phase.
Right.
I'm gonna say this as a better example. At the wedding, like we doing the whole. No.
I know what you're finna say because I want to read this.
Hold up, wait a minute before you read that.
Wait a minute,
I want to read it because I already know what you're finna say.
Oh, okay. She know what I'm finna say.
I
Go
know
ahead,
exactly
read it.
what
Read
he's
it,
about
read
to
it,
say,
read it.
and you messing up what I
Go
was
ahead.
about
My
to
bad. I'm
read.
gonna give you a fire.
And then there you go. So you posted this on Facebook.
Right.
The day of the anniversary.
Right.
And I want you to talk about it because you're getting ready to talk about it now. So let me just read it, then you can talk about it. Right?
All right.
Okay. So this was like the sweetest thing ever. He says, I would do the whole 8 years ago today's speech, but I don't think it's necessary. I had some of the most interesting conversations and experiences with the same gorgeous human for 12 years. The 4 years of dating counts too. I remember on my wedding day saying, don't change on me. I like you the way you are. Mm-hmm. Probably the dumbest thing I have ever said. Not realizing that as we age, the conversations will change.
Right.
We will care more about political views, the way blacks are portrayed in the media, fashion, hell, even healthcare. Just saying, people grow up. And I was blessed to grow up with my homegirl from the hood. Thanks to Millie for an awesome story. I love you to life. Happy anniversary.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. You were able to grow up with your home girl from the hood.
Right.
That's everyone's love story.
Right. So yeah, let's talk about the Don't Change on Me wedding day. Was that what you were about to say?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to the Don't Change on Me, kind of elaborate on it just a little bit. It is the dumbest thing you can say because I think all of us think the same thing. Like, I got the man of my dreams, I got the girl of my dreams, and they should stay the same as what you bought out of the store.
No, I haven't had that opportunity to experience that, but I'm relishing in this storytelling.
Well,
Keep going.
just think about it. I mean, you meet somebody that's perfect for you. You want them to stay perfect for you. You know what I mean? So how do you do that without taking into account that they're going to grow up? Their views are going to change. Their taste is going to change. Like a lot of things about me and my eyesight has, developed, evolved. There you go.
Right.
Perfect. And I'm just using that as an example to say that people will not stay the same. You got to keep in account that evolution is a part of, life. You know what I mean? So when you
what you're saying is in 10 years, you really might not like the person as they were 10 years ago.
That's
if they're
possible.
still on the same mindset.
That's possible. See me, I'm a dreamer. So, but unlike most dreamers, I activate those dreams. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So a lot of people say, Elijah, what do I need to do to get to the next step? I'm like, well, find out what you want to do, how you're going to do it, and then do it. And what happens is people get to the first 2 steps and never get to the last step.
Find out what you want to do,
how you're going to do it, and then do it. But the do it part is always the hiccup.
the action.
Yeah, they never get to the do it. They get
Why
so
do you
scared.
think that is?
Failure. Everybody has fear of failure. Yeah. I say this to people all the time. I say, opportunity floats around us, and our job is to recognize that opportunity. But if you're not looking for the opportunity, then you'll never find it. You'll never activate it. You know what I mean? So every single day when somebody's like, oh, so y'all throwing a party now. Oh, so y'all doing the Great Gatsby. Oh, so y'all doing the fashion show. So Elijah's performing at such and such. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be there. But while I'm there, I'm looking for an opportunity to be somewhere else in the future, in that moment. You know what I mean? So I think that's important.
Let's go back to the do it. You said a lot of people don't just do it because of fear.
Right.
But what about the people who don't do it because of the ignorance of the how?
The how?
I know you probably look at it like, well, I didn't know how to do it because you're
Right.
more like of a motivated, self-taught kind of person.
Right.
But what about those who have a vision and they're just totally ignorant as to the how? Like, speak to those individuals.
Easy. I used to use that as an excuse too. Like, I don't know how to get the information. When we walk around with a device that holds a plethora or infinite amount of information, and we only use it for social media or Instagram or whatever your new platform may be. I think it's important to just research. And what happens is, as you're researching and you come to a stumbling block, God kind of allows a person to kind of give you the next step of that seed. And you never get to that point if you're not researching. I mean, even the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. You know what I mean? So
what is said in the Bible? Because me and EP quote Bible scriptures all the time, and we do not know where it's be at. No, we get it right.
Oh. We just don't know.
And we were just trying to
the same human that sits in church flipping to find where the chapter at. 2 Timothy 2:15.
Big Tim.
There it is.
2 Timothy what?
2:15.
2:15. I remember that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think the word is more important than the actual how to get there.
Of course. Yeah,
the word in your heart type thing. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you know the word and then you're grounded. And
yeah.
I ain't got to know how to get there. I just need to get there.
Well, I'm going to give y'all this King James version that says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman who needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And for everybody that don't really do King James, it says, study and do your best to present yourself to God approved, a workman tested by trial, who has no reason to be ashamed, accurately handling and skillfully teaching the word of truth.
Right. There you go. So I use these principles. Like, I literally use the biblical principles. And you can't get these principles if you're not in church. You can't get these principles if you're not around people that's like-minded or godly-minded. Right. Now, mind you, I'm not telling you that you have to be in church every day. I'm just telling you that you need to have word as the foundation of who you are as a human. Belly. Yeah.
So is the idea for your clothes kind of surrounded on biblical principles?
That was cute. I like how you did that. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. My lion represents a number of things. I'm going to break it down. I told nobody I wanted to say this unless I was on Oprah, but this is a big enough platform.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Appreciate it.
Oprah, who?
All right. So the lion wears a crown, a monocle, and a bow tie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the crown represents wisdom. Because I think no king should be in authority unless he has a certain level of wisdom, even like King Solomon or Queen Solomon in this case.
Shout out to Queen Solomon,
what up?
a.k.a. Aunt B.
Aunt B in the building.
Yes, ma'am.
So every king should wear a crown, and that crown represents wisdom for us. And then we have a monocle on this lion. This monocle is it's a third eye. It's the extra vision. You can say spiritual vision. You can say just vision as a whole, but it is for vision. And then we wear the bow tie, and the bow tie always represented to me like the distinguished or the pretentious, snooty people. You know what I mean? Like the person who drinks their coffee with their pinky up.
Right.
So we put the bow tie on the lion to represent dignity. And the whole lion in itself represents the kingdom, obviously, because every lion has a king reference, but it represents the kingdom. And so with you, I try to make sure that people are kingdom minded. Like I just said, like you don't have to go to church every day, but you have to have these principles in order to be successful. You have to have these principles in order to obtain a certain level of blessings that God wants for your life. Mm-hmm. I mean, so creativity is a big thing. As a matter of fact, we push that a lot on the product. We Lux, trumpets. If you look at a trumpet shirt, it has trumpets because when royalty comes in a room, they play trumpets, right? We all know that, like dun, 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 dun.
What does it do again?
It's like dun, 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 dun.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
All right,
all right, so
he's referencing European royalty,
right? European, yeah, not
the African royalty probably has some drums or some shit.
Exactly. So
if Coming to America serves my memory correctly,
he's going back to the Bible. The trumpets in the Bible,
right? So
this ain't got nothing to do with them Europeans.
So when
we talking about Jesus now,
right? Jesus now, sandals and all. Let's go.
Because there were trumpets in the Middle East.
So check it. So trumpets mean royalties in the building, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can we get this?
We focus. That's that ignorance coming out. Let's get back
We've
sophisticated.
been sophisticated for as long as we
Right,
could be
right.
sophisticated in any short amount of time.
Right,
We've
right.
been laughing.
And you gonna get deep on us and want to talk to us about
this
trumpets
ain't-
and shit, so we
nah,
want to
this
talk
is-
about that boom, the boom, boom, boom. But we gonna let you be the sophisticated one.
I absolutely will. Okay, so
Let's
So
go
let's
back
bring
to
down ostracized.
Ostracized. I put it back.
Look at
And
it.
let's
She's
bring
so
it back.
messy.
She literally pulled it off the
so
shelf.
messy.
Like it's a
I
shelf in here.
rebuked that today, but Jesus, I'm not messy.
the
But we about
word
to talk about this
ostracized had dust
ostracized.
on it and
I don't
everything.
like when our most talented people are tried.
But you notice
or,
it, they
or
gon-
like handled or seemingly handled, or people think they have some type of power, or people think they're doing something to block a bless. Bitch, ain't
okay.
no blessing. Being blocked round is big.
Right.
But you
That's-
be
that's
careful now, because
alliteration.
you know you get to talking people, and they gonna know who you talking about.
Nah, they ain't gonna know. I'm a subliminal guy. I'm from the 90s. You know what I mean? We throw them shots.
Ain't nothing but an event or two going on that you could have been ostracized
Man, I could be talking
from.
about any.
Go on with it. I'm
let me
just saying.
see.
You know,
I could be talking about any church organization.
you
any,
ain't, but we ain't talking about no church.
we ain't talking about church.
I just want to repeat my alliteration again because I want people to understand. Big ain't no blocking blessings around this
You
big.
can't block blessings, man. I feel like I'm a juggernaut when people block my
Can't block no
blessings.
blessings.
Can't
You know what I mean?
block no
I
blessings.
run straight through them. You know what I mean? Like I told my brothers all the time. I say either we gonna run through them, or either we gonna go around them, or we gonna run through them. You know what I mean? So I mean, I take that same approach with you. You like, man, ain't nobody paying. Somebody told me when I first started, nobody's gonna pay $32 for a T-shirt. I was like, we're gonna run through you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like if Jordan can do it, we can do it. I
Right.
feel like if Kanye can do it, we can do it. And $32 is $32 versus $190 versus
Right. Yeah.
$5,000. You know what I
And
mean?
people fail to realize people spend money
That's
on
the-
what they want to spend money on.
Right.
And the beauty of branding is if your brand commands such an emotional connection with the consumer, then you can pull that up out of them.
Right. We done an awesome job. My team done an awesome job just trying to advertise and promote that. Like
He's still country, y'all. My team done an
Y'all-
awesome job.
awesome.
Shout out your team. Who the team? What the team be like?
man, it's
What that team
it's so
do?
small, man. It's like a decimal. You know what I mean? Like
That's cool.
You know what I mean? But it's my brothers Ben, Josh,
What up,
Chris,
Ben? What up, Josh? What up, Chris?
China, and Yaya.
What up, y'all?
And let's see.
What's up? Yeah, who
That's-
Yaya? Yaya's your.
Yeah, she
Okay,
helped us
so
out,
she-
man. She got good vision, and we try to keep those type of people around us.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, let me see. Did I leave
That's
anybody
cool.
out? Nah, that's pretty much it. That's my team for right
Man,
now.
let's talk about this party. March 25th.
March 25th.
Got this party going down. Is
Yeah.
you gonna be teaming with the homie Haste
Haste.
for that official You Lux
Dominique,
party
what up,
at
man?
the Azalea Manor?
Shout out to Hayes. He's mad supportive, and we appreciate that from the
Yes,
team.
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
Give us an idea of what to expect.
Opulence. It's a big word. It's gonna be the word of the city. As a matter of fact, we're gonna try to.
So it's a dress code.
It's a dress code. You have to come with it. I had an idea to do the Ciroc commercial, but bring it to life.
Ooh, yes, indeed.
Love be a lady tonight. So
That's gonna be dope.
yeah. So I kind of wanted to bring that Frank Sinatra, that 1940s kind of vibe, but straight fitted suit. You know what I'm saying? Pocket squares, Edward Green shoes, hats. You know what I mean? Like, and the ladies, I want y'all to come with it. Like, for real. Like, if it's ever been a time where you ain't have to wear a ball gown, but you wanted to wear that dress that was just so dope to the point where you can't wear it to the club, it got to be that special event. This is
That's
the
it.
event.
That's it.
Yeah, and we gonna create that for them. You know what I mean?
March 25th.
March.
Now, I
25th.
heard
It's called
that-
the Opulence Club.
The wind down was gonna be in the building.
The
Is
wind
that
down's
true?
gonna be there. Boom, 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 boom.
And we're gonna be on our best
yeah.
opulent
You don't have
behavior.
to. I want y'all to bring y'all. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you know, if we're gonna be in the building, you know, we have requirements,
yeah.
and we got a rider list that
Well,
we want to go ahead and get this squared away
I mean,
right now.
let's go and do it.
We're gonna need our own dressing room because we're gonna change clothes twice.
We're gonna change clothes twice. That's not for the public. That's just for the.
I would like a nice. I would like a yes.
You don't want her Hennessy.
I want to fit the Hennessy.
With the little twang.
Yes, absolutely, with the
Right.
twang. I would like just a half a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I'm trying to watch my figure. I don't need all them chips.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
half though.
All right.
You know, you get to drinking.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
you need chips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I normally do mine with Doritos.
What you need, EP?
I need some grapes, some strawberries, and a nice African man laid out on a cot to feed them to me.
That's what she need.
You need a real African man, or you need like
I need
you know
a
how
real...
Tay Diggs played how on Stella got with back. He was the African man. He had a little fake African.
I want a real African
man
with an 8-pack, a bald head or some dreads, about 6 feet or better, pedicured toes,
you know what?
manicured hands.
Hey, well, I will say this though: we bringing the gents out, like the gentlemen of Mobile or surrounding areas, or internationally. We bringing them in there.
Let me get that import. But
she want her one in her room. That's part of the contract.
With the grapes, green grapes, organic.
Hold up, you gotta have.
I don't need all. I want the temperature in my dressing room to be a nice 78 degrees, but I want Juvenile 400 degrees playing in the background.
That's just.
You see me? I eat, sleep, shit, and talk right.
Coming out
right. I want J Billionaire playing.
On TV above that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want that J Billionaire.
EP says she want that J Billionaire.
There it is.
That's what I want. You know, I'm not a high maintenance type chick on Saturdays from 2 to 3. So I just request this of you.
Dream Angel.
Nah, we're gonna be there. It's gonna be a good time. We can't wait to.
Oh yeah, man, it's gonna be dope.
Do what we do.
It's the part I always wanted to throw. I mean,
yeah.
It's a culture in itself because it's really about legacy. It's really about what I'm trying to leave for my kids. You know what I mean? My daughter told me the other day. She's like, Dad, I want to be 3 things when I grow up. I said, what? She was like, a basketball player? I'm like, Lord, you know, all basketball players don't turn out to be girls. You feel where I'm going with that.
I understand.
But whatever she want to do, you know what I mean? And then she said, I want to be a technical person, you know, like work with computers and stuff like you do. I was like, cute. And then she said, then I want to be the owner of UNU.
Awesome.
And I thought to myself, I was like, I have to give her something to own. You know what I mean? So it's such a futuristic concept. It's like she's talking about owning something that I haven't even built all the way to its full potential. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that kind of gives me like a little fire. If you do everything at its highest level, then everything else just kind of like start magnetized. That's right. God. That's how God do.
That's how God.
Yeah. Now you got any more fashion shows coming up?
Absolutely. We have one coming up in Miami. Why people
say
Miami? Yeah, we got one coming in Miami.
We going to Miami. When do we need to be in Miami?
That was my
because they gonna give.
I think they booking an entire hotel that month. I think something like that. It's something like they're gonna book an entire hotel. They're gonna do a fashion show / party, and then they want us to be like the fashion segment of that particular.
And what?
Party.
When is that?
This is a 3-day event though.
When is that?
I don't have
I got vacation time.
I don't have the date.
Why you talking about it's a 3-day event?
Like straight up.
The beginning of the year.
I kind of want to take some people with me. Like when I say some people, I want to take like a little mini bus. You know, bring my core.
It look like the wind down is going to Miami. And
this might be your opportunity to get you some grapes.
Them Haitian brothers love a G too. I have to pull my natural out and shit.
Leave them bundles at the crib.
Somebody kick you out of a group, that means you don't belong there. That's a God-given sign. You know what I mean?
You know, it's that.
Yeah, that's a sign, man. Like people be thinking like, man, you know what? You don't like me. You ain't gonna let. Then I see what's going on. Nah, man, that's like God's vocally saying
you
shouldn't be here. You know?
Oh my gosh, that is the perfect way to put that. You know what? I was considering it rejection.
No, it's not rejection.
Everybody broke up with me at the same time. From 2012 to 2015, I just had the ultimate level of rejection from everybody. And I was like, what is wrong? I am doing right by these people. Right. I am serving God. I'm serving the community. Right. And yet,
they're kicking you out.
Nobody wants to play with me anymore.
Right. You don't belong.
You don't belong.
You're bigger. But yeah, you get kicked out the group, you don't belong there.
You don't belong there.
You don't belong there.
That's God just telling you straight up, hey, dog, this ain't for you, man.
That's right.
Let me do like them Hollywood performers do. Let's talk about the music. What about, let's go back to the music.
Let's Dream Angel is still, I was playing Dream Angel earlier. I actually sent Dream Angel to this really dope guy just so he know. I was like, I wish it was the female verse, but this is what I want.
How you felt?
What's Dream Angel?
Oh,
Dream Angel.
she don't want love. She wants magic.
She don't want love. She want magic. Like
Who's responsible for that?
That's me.
I mean,
Oh, you mean?
I know the people in Afghanistan don't know.
I did this mixtape called Elijah, and it was like self-titled because I talked about a lot of stuff that was going on in my life.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
I tried to do it like autobiography. I thought it was pretty dope. You know what I mean? It's like the sonic version of my story. But Dream Angel is what I'm talking about. This one particular girl, and she don't want love. She want magic. Like, love is so ordinary now. You know what I mean? It got to get to a point now where it's like mystical. It has to be like on some majestic type, supernatural type vibe.
Divinity.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, if you think about what love is doing nowadays, everybody calling people hubby and wife before they even get married.
Oh, I hate that.
Like, man, that's so premature.
I hate that. And claiming people's last name, they walk down Nan aisle.
Right.
And I wish somebody would call me wifey.
Oh,
That's
I
wifey
can't
there.
Something
stand
like
that.
a wife. Dream Angel. It's absolutely beautiful.
What else you got coming up?
I got
music-wise?
this next project is called E to the Third Power. E to the Third Power is just the soundtrack of Un-You. So we was doing commercials and all types of inspirational videos, but we didn't want to use Beyonce music and Jay-Z music. So I was like, you know what? We got a dope artist. And I know I'm kind of being like a little narcissistic on this, but we got a dope artist, so let's just use him and put him in rotation. So what I did was I linked up with some of the most talented people in the city and put them all in like a compilation, pretty much. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to work with like Daniel Davis and Q Lachey and Roscoe and
Aunt B.
Aunt B is gonna be on there, dropping some nuggets of knowledge.
Absolutely.
So I put everybody on this one project, and it made me just think about Mob Ill.
Yes.
Like, this is what Mob Ill really is about. It's about getting the illest people that's from the MOB area and putting them all in one compilation. And we're going to use this as the soundtrack for our commercials that we're going to shoot in the future. Now,
which those commercials are
Peaches.
official.
Y'all remember Peaches from Outkast?
Oh, yeah, Peaches.
I'm the Peaches.
You want to be Peaches?
I'm going to be the Peaches.
All right,
Long live Peaches.
No, for real. That was a real good idea.
Long live
Peaches,
she remixed that.
Go ahead now.
But yeah, I think it was just a dope concept because I'll be 35 this year, so I'm not trying to be a rapper. I'm trying to create musical scores to my own project.
Ooh. So you won't have to use other people's stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
everything is really all you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to come up with
that
some
man
all you
say,
shirts.
I'm not trying to be a rapper. I'm producing musical scores. Yeah. Do y'all not understand the genius of this man's wordsmith? Y'all just keep rewinding back.
It's talent. You know, a friend of mine, LaShondra, she said, she's like, you ever notice when you say, hey, at the end of anything, it make it dope?
It make it super dope.
Like, hey, man, I'm getting off work. Hey!
Hey, man, I'm going to the altar. Hey!
Hey, dawg, that baby ain't mine.
Hey!
Real quick, let's get some websites, how people can get in touch with you, how they can get your clothes. You don't necessarily operate out of a store or a boutique, so you hustling out your trunk. How do people get the shirts?
Right. Well, you can go to unulux.com, www.unuluxe.com, unulux.com.
You want to share anything? Your social media, your Snapchat, your Black Planet?
Yeah, if you get there, if you get to the website, you'll get to everything else. But Facebook.com/unulux, Instagram.com/unulux. I think that's it.
You want to take us out with a freestyle?
Y'all want a freestyle?
Yes. Do you need a beat? Because we beatbox. I mean, we some Dougie Freshes.
Ooh, let's see what I got. Shoot.
What we got?
No bebopping though.
Oh man.
How you shut down the bebopping?
Man, I was just getting ready to crank it up.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all a little something. Let's see.
So you sure you don't need no beat?
I don't need no beat.
Okay.
Hold up, before Elijah takes us to the end, let me interject this. Yo, y'all make sure y'all get y'all teenagers. We're going through some real situations with these young people in our community, and they are screaming for attention. So I just want you to get a teenager, love on them, speak positively over their life. Make sure you watch what you say over these young people. They are victorious. God will have the last word. They will be successful. They are going to live and live well. Just watch your mouths over our youth.
She is trying to throw major shade at me right now, and I don't care nothing about it because I had made a post on Facebook.
Well, this thing was shivering and shaking.
That said, you know, it was lighthearted like everything I say. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I guess she more her sophisticated than her ignorance at the time when she read it.
She about reading it right now. She pulling it
I
up.
said something to the effect of, you know, like anybody born after Fresh Prince of Bel-Air start coming on TV. I'm scared of them.
I saw that
because
post.
it's like you can't correct them or tell them anything because they probably gonna shoot you.
I saw that post.
You know? Okay, I
talking about the
was
90 kids.
exaggerating just a little bit because my kids were born in 2002. So, of course, I couldn't have been absolutely serious. But to an extent, you really do have to watch it with some of these kids, like the newer school kids. You really do. You can't.
Right.
When I was younger, it was like if we did anything wrong, somebody could come up to us and correct us, and we had to respect it. I put that post out there. I'm going to be real brief because I witnessed at a basketball game. Some young girls in their 20s were talking about, it's in my son's basketball game, they were talking about one of the boys that played, and they was saying, that's the one out there, good, he be smoking and drinking, he's so disrespectful. They was just popping off. So an older man in front of me turned around and said, do y'all realize that when y'all are talking about these children, you're talking about somebody's kids? Mm-hmm. And those girls said to this grown man, we weren't even talking to you. Turn around, face the front. Wasn't nobody talking to you. Anyway, I ain't lying. He do that. And I was just sitting there like, oh, my God. And these weren't the teens. This was the 20-somethings. The 20-somethings are born after 1990. So what we going to do about them? They're going to fight you.
With all due respect.
With all due respect, they going to fight you.
Alluding to your post.
Yes, you was.
I was not. You just fall in the category of everybody with that one. No, I was actually really sincere. You know, I don't really do shade too tough.
But the room show got dark.
Bitch, take off your sunglasses then, hunted.
Yes, on everything, though. Back to what she was saying. Seriously, I believe that for real. I love the kids. I believe in children. My kids are 13. They're teenagers. I see it for myself from parental eyes. We got to do something. Especially us that don't look much older. We speak the language. We are relatable. They're more, prone to listen to us. We still know what's going on, but we're still handling our business on another level, and it gives them something to look up to versus that old guy with his pants pulled all the way up under his chin trying to tell them right from wrong.
Nuts hanging.
Yeah, whoa. They ain't trying to listen to that. So we got to do our job as the generation.
Print looking like a vagina.
You know what? See, so she started to talk about the kids sophisticated. Now she want to talk about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's bring it back down. Because you know this whole night has been real Buddhist monkish. I feel like we need incense in here. You know, he been over here kicking that Russell Simmons.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, wait a minute.
Levitated a couple of times. Yeah. Like damn, pull it back down.
Hey, man, my seat kind of doing something special tonight.
I'm over here in Indian style.
You know what I mean? I got a little rug up under me. You know what I mean? A little Persian.
You know, we just trying to bring it back to Crichton.
Okay, so you say you don't need a beat, and all right, you sure? Yeah, just
float in.
Yeah, just float. This might not even make the cut. Hey, if this ain't dope, edit it out.
I sure will. You know, hey.
All right, okay. EM sniper, not the DC sniper. Similar to them letters, no one can do it better. I check cheddar like I'm Chester Cheetah, killing rappers in my best tuxedo. I'm dressed to kill. From the rooftop, I'm Curry with the shootout. Protecting my legacy, my family, and my moolah. Notoriously, I'm big, I hit them up like I'm Tupac. I came to bring the pain to their medulla. I never forget, my memory ain't no deadbeat. My tongue is an activist for past oppression. No mask and weapon, I'm Nino Brown at the wedding. I gotta use the kids for my mass protection. I asked them to look out for me. Somehow I turned out to be Tony Montana on top of that balcony. High off that cocaina, infinite shots from machine guns. Left for dead but still breathing. I held my breath in that pool till they left. Yeah, baptized in that pool. Now I gotta get back to myself. That's it.
Yo, it's EP in the city.
And it's Aunt B.
And it's Elijah.
Yes, it's been the wind down.
Yeet.